Lisa Duffield here, your wellbeing expert, and today I'm going to show you how to make your own wheel of life. This is going to be really helpful at the moment because it shows you how to bring balance to your life, create happiness and success. It's filled out round the edge with different aspects of your life. So if you get a piece of paper, draw a circle and then do it into 8 little categories, then you can put on which are the key aspects in your life. This is a really good general one for starters. The categories are business and career, finance, health, family and friends, romance, personal development, fun and recreation, and your contribution to society. So what you have to do, in the centre, imagine that's 0, and out at the end here is 10. So you mark where you feel that you are in your life at this moment. And it's really good because it helps you realise which aspects that you need to be working on now. And as we're all at home and we're trying to fill in our days, this might be quite a good little exercise to do because it can help you realise which areas that you maybe need to be improving on. I think mine at the moment is probably exercise, but so I would be filling in on the health category there. So what I want you to do, get your piece of paper, draw it into 8 little segments, and when you've done that and you've put round the edge the different aspects of your life that you want to take a look at, for example, the business and career one, this is probably going to be one where a lot of people are thinking, life really has changed. People that are self-employed, is their business going to get through this crisis? What changes do they need to make? What you've got to do is try and think as positively as possible. Think outside the box, as they say. And what can you do to actually bring some money in? And maybe this is the opportunity for a career change. I know there's loads of people are now signing up to do different job roles, and maybe it is something as simple as just being a delivery driver. At least it's bringing some money in. So we've got to think positive as we do this wheel, but what you have to do at the moment is fill it in realistically, and then we look at how you can expand each of those little pie charts out, which areas you need to be working on. And so finance as well, a lot of us are really, really worried about our finances at the moment, and rightly so. But what can we maybe do to just sort of feel a little bit happier? Maybe, we have an insurance policy that we need to look into. Now's the time to be going through all those bank statements and looking at actually where is your money going out. You might be able to save money on subscriptions to things that you no longer need. There's lots of areas that we might be able to take a look at here and actually sort of think, yeah, do I actually really need that subscription to something? Are we subscribing to something like some Audible books is one that I have been subscribing to, and I haven't actually listened to many of them over the last few months. So what I'm going to do is put that subscription on hold and go back through all those books that I've actually downloaded but not had chance to listen to. So just have a look at that bank balance and see where you can actually help to stop things that you actually don't need at the moment. Maybe you have some savings put away for a rainy day. And I remember this old chap that I used to know. He was in his 80s and he was a real one for saving his money. Anyway, he went to his accountant and he said to his accountant, he said, "Oh, how am I doing with my finances and my savings?" And the accountant said, "Well," he said, "you are 81." And he said, "Well, I'm saving it for a rainy day." And he said, "Well, I don't want to be awful," he said, "but it's pissing it down." So he decided to go out, tap into his savings and go and enjoy doing some things. One of the things that he did do that I thought was amazing, he actually went bungee jumping, and he really, really enjoyed it. So you never know, if you do have some savings put away for a rainy day, now might be the time where you think, do you know what, this money, it'll be well spent now. One of the other areas is the health. we all really need to take care of our health at the moment, and I know there's loads of jokes going around on the internet about the Carlsberg diet, and pictures of, there was one of this guy that was in really good shape, and then it said after isolation, and he came out and he was sort of about 4 stone heavier. So we really do need to think about our health. I know we sort of think, well, we're in a crisis situation, but this could be the new norm for a while. So we have to think about really taking care of our health. I certainly am going to be upping my health, nutrition and exercise side of things, because I'm one of those that gains weight quite easily and I don't want to come out. Anyway, let's get on to the next section, which is family and friends. And this is quite can be good or bad for some people. You might be in isolation with each other, and just try and understand how it's difficult times for us all, to give each other a little bit of space and appreciate that we don't all feel upbeat every day, but we're all trying to do our best and to get through this. And for that family and friends that you can't manage to get to see, then it might be a good idea to think, you know, let's go back to a bit of old-fashioned letter writing, or for you younger ones, just getting onto FaceTime, you know, Zoom calls. There's loads of options out there to stay out new little clips about how people are getting in touch with people, and it's really nice. And then we go to the romance section on this, and hopefully you're living at home with the person that you want to be with, and romance may be something that you're not thinking about too much. But if you are at home and you've got a lovely wife, husband, whatever it is at home, partner, then maybe just take the time to, instead of going out to those restaurants and the pubs socialising, what you can do now for a change is maybe just set the table, have a nice candle-lit supper, something like that. Just break that routine. Try not to sit every night eating your tea off your knee. It's not the best way. And switch that TV off. You know, we're all watching far too much of the crisis at the moment, and this actually is really bad. I watched Sky News the other day, and I watched it for about 4 hours, and I realised that it was actually not doing me any good at all. The updates weren't coming through because it was 4 hours of the constant similar same reports, and it's actually quite good just to switch off, limit your time watching the news or on the internet. So just set that table up, have a nice candlelit dinner, and put some nice music on in the background, and just pretend that you're out at a restaurant having a nice romantic meal out. Personal development. This area is an area that we can always improve on. And now, because we have more time on our hands, you know, you office workers that are no longer having those long commutes to work, that are working from home, personal development could be for you that you're actually learning a new skill. There's loads of free online courses out there that you could have a look at, and, you know, find some new interesting thing to learn, develop. Personal development, fun and recreation. Now, this area is one that a lot of us will be struggling with. We're finding that it's not much fun being cooped up in the house, and it isn't for a lot of us. And for recreation, what are we actually going to do? Well, maybe have a look in the attic or that old cupboard underneath the stairs, dig out some of those jigsaw puzzles and get them out, and maybe do this as a family activity. All of you together could enjoy doing a puzzle. Lots and lots of things. Get that old pack of cards out, and I'm sure your children will be able to teach you some of the new card games that are out. My girls and I, we were playing Chase the Ace the other night, and that was a really good card game, and it just gets a feeling of upbeat and positive attitude in the house. And then contribution to society. Are you doing anything to help your neighbours? It really does make you feel good if you're giving back something else to the community. So just think about you know, what you can do. Maybe it's just putting a letter through your next door neighbour's letterbox. I actually got a lovely little card from one of my neighbours the other day, and I was really, really chuffed. She said, "Oh, hi Lisa, just wanted to know you're okay, and if there's anything I can do let me know." And it was just really nice to know that even though I can't pop round for a cup of coffee, that we're all still there for each other, and with team effort, keeping positive and trying to just actually do the best we can. We will soon be through this, and it'll just be a memory of the past. So what I want you to do, have a look at all these different areas in your life and fill out on the chart. 0 in the middle is where you're not in a very good place with it. 10 up there, and that means you're doing well. So when you've done your scores as you go round, then simply join them all up, like in the picture here. And when you've joined them all up, you can see which areas you've scored low on. And those are the areas that you maybe need to be having a little look at, see what you can do and how you can change and improve things to give you more satisfaction in your life. So complete it honestly and correctly. Don't rush it, take your time, because you might actually start off thinking, oh, I'm actually only a 5 on that area with my health or family and friends, and I'm just feeling really miserable. And then you might sort of think to yourself, actually, it's not too bad, I'm doing okay. So fill it out. Scores from 8 to 10 mean that you're actually quite happy in that area. So look at the ones that you're not so happy in, and then expand your thoughts and your imagination to see how you can improve. Set some little goals, set some targets, and make those changes that you've been saying you need to make. Just keep upbeat, keep positive, and don't forget to subscribe and click like and leave a comment if you would like any feedback on this one, if you'd like any help. You can also take a look at my website, the Lisa Duffield Centre, and make direct contact with me there if you would like any more help and advice. Thanks very much. Bye for now.